Attack him.
Okay, no, I'm just not going to attack him. I'm going to say...
Attack.
Unbutton one button.
Unbutton one button?
Right there.
Which button?
On the top.
Your fly button?
No.
Oh, my button. Okay.
Trevor, don't turn everything into sex.
A new guest on the show, and he's already
Going for the fly.
That's better already.
That's better, isn't it?
Trevor has his shirt done right up almost to his eyebrows. He got it all right buttoned up.
This is me dressed casually. Normally I'm wearing a necktie at this point in the day, but today I've, loosened up.
He thinks he's John Travolta because he's wearing that shirt.
Thank you.
We'd actually play this game where when we were learning, we'd walk down the street and figure out what guy's getting laid and what guy isn't, just by what he looks like. And if he is, then you're like, okay, I want to look like that. If he isn't,
how do you tell? What are the signifiers, Neil?
Russell is getting laid and he's covered in coffee and stains. So
those stains are
work?
patches of honour, Matt Moore, because those stains were hard earned. They're like notches on a bedpost. They're like
medals, there are.
The signifiers are standing out and not fitting in. Right? Like just all the extra stuff, like the cheap jewelry and the
cute
necklaces.
My jewelry is not cheap. It is actually.
So there's something they call peacocking.
Peacocking.
Do you guys know about this?
I certainly do. That's when you get your dinkle and then you pee in a glorious arc of wonder right across the.
No, clearly I don't need to explain it.
No, peacocking. Yeah,
so peacocking was
dressing up.
The way the peacock will spread its colorful tail feathers to attract the female of the species.
Yeah.
So too must the guy stand out in a colorful way to attract the woman.
I see.
So I would actually go out in stuff that I really thought was like ridiculously uncool, like goggles or a fuzzy purple vest. Horrible stuff.
Goggles? Goggles, you say. And this would get their
This was in London. I did this in London. Like they talked me into it. I wore the goggles. A woman walked up instantly, grabbed them and said, "I hate those." But guess what? It was already on. You came up and you're talking.
Yeah,
to me.
once you're talking, once you get that first moment.
Matt, you sound like a serial killer. Why are you not talking? Why did you got that first moment? Bang!
You've got the same.
I think
You've got to have an
downhill from
in.
then.
Just need an in. And then once you're talking.
Exactly.
We went out once with a little monkey. No, that sounds wrong.
We did. I love that little guy.
monkey would work.
We had a
that
little,
would be peacock.
Yeah, we had a little toy monkey.
Yeah.
Because it was an in. Women
Right.
came up and went, "Oh, look at that little monkey," and then you're talking to them.
Exactly.
That monkey's dead now.
I think as soon as they start talking, then it's downhill from there.
As soon as they start talking?
Yeah, you've lost it, in my experience.
Trevor.
You know.
Trevor.
Well, I just think,
Do your button back up, Trev. You're making me feel sick. Showing your nipples off, you filthy animal.
Once Trevor starts talking to a woman, it's all over.
Why, Trev? You're
don't
such an
know.
attractive lad. What's going on?
Oh, that's very kind of you to say.
You
but
are.
really,
You've got a beautiful little face. Have a look at Trevor's MySpace page if you can bear to get through all the porn he puts up there, filthy animal. Oh, I'm joking. It's lovely. He does pretend to be a lesbian, but he's got his own reasons for that. Yeah. So, okay, Neil, teach us more. Oh, Neil.
Oh, there's not much. I gotta say, your whole pick up your whole comedy routine.
Oh, now
Well
that's
spotted.
cruel.
Well spotted.
It was art because everyone always says, you ask girls what kind of guys they like the most, and they always say, oh, I like a guy with a sense of humor who's funny. But where I come from, comedians don't get laid.
Right.
And rock stars who have no sense of humor, most of them, get laid like crazy, right?
Yes.
And you're backstage at most comedy shows, and it's not that interesting.
Right.
But your whole thing is just like designed to make you sexually appealing. And I respect that.
What an interesting way to approach the world of comedy.
Are you an experiment?
Yes,
No,
it's Peter Stringfellow and Hugh Hefner got together and thought we should make us a model.
And I don't know if that was intentional, and you can pretend like it wasn't, but there must have been some thought in there.
It's inadvertent. So let's talk about my stand-up comedy, because I'm a self-indulgent person.
Exactly.
So, like, what do you mean? What particularly about it is,
Okay.
is advertisement?
Here's the thing. You'll actually go and talk. You're going to demonstrate that you're good sexually.
Yeah,
You do that.
Yes.
At the end, you say you're available. And then you sort of take it back. It becomes comedy at the end when you sort of get a little arrogant or egotistical. Then you sort of take it back with a joke.
Yes.
Like you'll talk about your size or something. You'll take it back with a little joke.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you still planted the idea.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with
It's
that
very good.
idea planting thing.
Yeah, that's
You can
good.
say something quite outrageous, but it puts the idea in their head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fools, these women.
And there's a technique called cocky funny.
Cocky funny?
Yes.
That's Trevor Lock. You should try it. You're Trevor. His nickname's Trevor Cocky Locky. But funny is not a word we associate with him.
Right. Then he's halfway there.
He's on his way, bless him. Cocky funny? What's cocky
Which is you
funny?
can say something arrogant as long as you're funny and take it back at the same time.
I do this, actually. So do you.
We use these techniques.
Exactly.
Where Trevor Lock just lunges at people at bus stops. Is that in your book, Neil? The bus stop lunge?
Yeah, exactly.
Spilling a big pack of mints into someone's lap, then crying. Is that in the book? Because they're all Trevor Lock's methods.
The Trevor Lock method.
The Trevor Lock method. Poor Trevor. Should we listen to some music?
Yes.
Why don't we? Oh my God, Howling Bells. We'll listen to Howling Bells. There'll be more from Neil Strauss. Trevor Lock's going to do his Sonic Enigma. Matt's going to do his cultural review. What are you culturally reviewing, Matthew?
Scotland.
You're culturally reviewing a nation. What an arrogant man you are. To come up here to this beautiful country and think you can culturally review it in a week.
The scale's going up. It was a county last time.
And now it's a country. What are you going to do? Go, oh, there's this bloke, Sawney Bean. He used to eat people in the hills. Is that your cultural review?
Perhaps. And next week, a hemisphere.
You're going to do it. Matt will be reviewing the southern hemisphere. Funny there, water goes down a plug hole in a strange and peculiar way. You're right, Cockatee Locks.
I liked that. I chose that track on my own.
What
yeah.
made you choose it, Trev?
Well, our producer, Hudson, said this is a good song. Do you want to hear it? And he played it. And I went,
so malleable.
You didn't choose it.
You didn't choose anything. You don't know what
made it go into my ears, and I agreed it.
You are the plaything of the BBC, aren't you? You're a puppet. You're a little puppet to be placed over an appendage.
Colonel Haw-Haw.
I don't even want to discuss that matter. Neil Strauss, writer of The Game and The Dirt, the Motley Crue biography, is here with us. Hello, Neil. Thanks for remaining with us and tolerating Trevor. Look, he's done his button back. Undo your button, Trev!
God, I don't think it suits me.
It suits you, man.
Do you think it does? Yeah. Undoing my buttons?
Let's have some more buttons under.
No, please, come on.
Trevor, pull down your trousers.
I've slept in a bed with him for this week.
How's it been, Matt?
Absolute hell.
Has it?
It hasn't been hell, it's been exciting.
Have you had his little nub rubbing against you?
No, he stays right over his side, I stay over mine.
Trevor wears a nightshirt, don't you, Trevor? Like wee Willy Winky.
I haven't worn it this week.
What, you've been naked? He's in bed with him?
Naked with Matt Morgan. It's a book coming out in the spring.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Do you, if you're sleeping with a woman, do you wear a shirt?
I don't sleep with a woman.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I stay awake. No.
Looming at him. Poking him with his little chopstick.
I wear the nightshirt with my partner. Yeah. Stop it. Okay. We don't say that.
We don't say choppy.
Not on the BBC.
So
why?
Let's talk to Neil about the game.
Choppy.
I want to know something.
Yeah.
Can you learn these techniques? Because I think people, like, I do that naturally. That sounds boastful, but like...
Does, Matt?
The way
you alienate our millions of listeners you feed.
Yeah, but some people just sort of have their own methods of, like, socially, like social interaction.
Yeah, no, that's what's cool about it is I always thought, like, there are those who have it and those who don't. And by the way, let me ask you a question. So you consider yourself a natural?
Well, he does. He's
a
arrogant
pig. I've read your book, and hanging out with these two guys, I thought, hold on, have they read the book? They haven't. They've got it intuitively.
Natural. So let me ask you, and because I asked Russell this when I met him, but at what age did you lose your virginity?
16.
Okay. So, I don't know, because the guys I met who were, like, real
Tell
naturals,
him it was to your uncle.
They all lost their virginity at, like, age, 11 to, 14. And because they, lost sex before puberty, they had sex. Like, they could go through puberty, totally natural, and, be seducing women at 14 and 15. I lost mine in my, early 20s, so I didn't have it.
I was rubbish until about 3 years ago.
That's when he met me. I showed that lad the ropes. I took him on a giddy roller coaster ride of euphoric threesomes and that. Hold on, let me just read out
So you can learn it.
You can learn it.
But
It can be learned.
You've learned it from Russell, haven't you?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I'll do
Come
that anyway.
on, Matt.
Well, what happened 3 years ago magically then?
We met split up with my girlfriend.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Oh, come on.
I don't believe that. I think having a girlfriend makes you better in bed because you're with the same person. You start to communicate and figure out how it works.
Yeah, no, I learnt my skills. Let's not talk about me.
I learned my skills. Oh, grasshopper. Look at you with your Tai Chi section. Pinch my skin, you dirty little devil. Let me just read out some of these text messages that we've got here. To fool my... we were talking about illness and ways of tricking people. You'll be good at manipulating people and tricking people. Do you use it, Neil, not only on women, but when you're around men? Do you use sort of, I don't know...
I use it in interviews. Like I was interviewing Madonna, I use the techniques not to seduce her, but to get her comfortable and get her to give me a real interview.
What techniques, for example, on a practical level, do you use to make Madonna feel comfortable?
In this case, right, as soon as you see her, you're just put in the journalist category.
Right, so she's immediately can be dismissive of that.
Exactly. So I'm going to jump out of it and prove that I'm interested.
How do you do this?
In this case, and I'm not just going to focus on her, I'm going to focus on her whole entourage.
Right.
And it's literally I have...
Right, so if you treat her as one of a member of a group of people, immediately you've not behaved like everyone, treating her as special and unique.
Exactly.
Is that right?
And then I'm going to demonstrate something really interesting they didn't know and teach them something about themselves.
Go on.
What was this?
In this case, I'll
I bet it was armpit farting. Listen to this, guys! Go on.
Was it?
And after that...
Once you've seduced them.
So I don't know if this will, I don't know if this will be interesting because it's a visual thing, but I will actually say what's kind of cool. I just noticed something about you, and I'll do it with you, which is if you could go anywhere in the world you want to on vacation, where would you want to go? I'll tell you what I'm asking. Where would you want to go for real?
Iceland.
Iceland. What do you like about Iceland? Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. So do you notice when he thought his eyes go up and to the left?
Up to the left, right?
That means he's a visual person. Visual people, their eyes go up and to the left.
Right.
And feeling people, they go down and to the right. And it's opposite if you're right-handed and left-handed. And also, you're a little lefty. Are you lefty or no?
I'm right-handed.
You're right. It's interesting because you go to the left side, which either means you're creative or you're born left-handed.
He's very creative.
Which is true.
He's
and
not creative. He's a tedious little
Okay,
fella.
then he was born left-handed. Then you're
I
trained
eat
as right-handed.
left-handed.
See? Isn't that fucking cool? Up.
Oh, no, I apologise. Swearing on the BBC. It's never happened before. He's over here from America. First, they start an unjustified war in the Middle East just to steal oil. Then they come to our beautiful country, Great Britain, and they use the language of the gutter. On behalf of English people everywhere, Neil Strauss, you sick it up. It's all right, and Scottish people, everyone from all of this glorious kingdom, you have disgusted us. It's all right, you brainwashing women into having it off with you, but you come on our radio station and say the F word. Sorry about that. No excuse for that. Genuine programme. Okay, where's the Queen's obituary box? Get the obituary box. Her Majesty is dead. No, she's not. She's fine. I'm only mucking about. She's fine.
That's worse than the F word.
Yeah, well, see, it's took the attention away from Neil now. That's one of my techniques.
On behalf of my country, I apologize.
That's
Well done. And what about that war? That was a bit out of order as well. You can apologise for that?
No, nothing I say can make up for that one.
No, that can't be made up for. Okay, listen to this text message. To fool my mum into thinking I was too sick to go to school, I used to pour a glass of water down the toilet whilst making horrible and violent spewy noises, then put a couple of eye drops in, pinch the apples of my cheeks and cough a little. Hey presto, a day off school. What a lovely technique. I like the pouring water and going, oh, I feel sick, oh, I feel sick. Good technique.
Wouldn't have fooled my mum.
Wouldn't it? Oh, your mum's a nurse. My mum who's a nurse. You're like that girl out of Johnny Briggs. My mum who's a nurse. My mum who's brings it up every 5 seconds. Russell, I like the slightly husky quality your voice has got this morning. It's nice. When I had tonsil trouble, I never sounded half as sexy. Michelle in Chinkford. Thank you, Michelle, for that praise. All right, Russ, just found out my best mate's lady friend has had it off with some prat at the Reading Festival. Can you express disapproval for me? Says Phil. Yes. Now then, young lady, having it all for the Reading Festival when you've got a boyfriend is inevitable, but it's inevitable that you're not going to be bound by an ancient code of monogamy, but you shouldn't have a boyfriend then. Here's a text message, or it's an email in fact, it's to all of us. Hello Russell, Matt and Trevor, says Hillary. There is a small town not far away from where I live in Germany called Dinkelsbühl. Oh, that's nice to live in Germany, near a town called Dinkelsbühl. Thanks for listening to us in Germany. It's a very nice place indeed. In fact, Germany itself is a veritable dinkle haven. Really, you should come round Margaff. You find dinkle, slightly different spelling from your dinkle, everywhere. If you're hungry, you can eat some dinkelbrot. Well, again, you should come round Margaff. Or some dinkle muesli. Being a vegetarian, Russell, you could have a dinkle burger. I haven't crossed any dinkle fudge yet, Trev. Eat your dinkle fudge, Trev. Next time I visit Dinkelsbühl, I shall send you all a postcard. Enjoy the rest of your stay in Edinburgh, Hillary. Thank you, Hillary, for that information.
Neil looked baffled throughout that.
Oh, right, the word dinkle is a euphemism for penis.
At the dinkle fudge part, I started to figure it out.
Started to realise it, yeah. Fudge doesn't mean, you know, that's not fudge packing. That doesn't have as much resonance. Although we do say eat your fudge to Trev on a regular basis. And perhaps the reason he's never having it all. Are you gay, Trev?
No.
Fair enough. I've got to accept
Hang on, you've read Neil's book?
Yes.
And this almost like
I had to
saying
read
his
it.
book
I
doesn't
had to do it. For
Trevor, yeah, you're an indictment of Neil's brilliant book.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, it's like reading the Bible and coming in here kicking someone in the stomach and getting that, laying down on your prayer mat. Now, come on.
No, I read it from a psychological point of view because I was interested in the thing that
Psychological, what do you mean a psychological point of view?
Well, a psychological point of view.
Well, how's that different from normally reading it? You put a white coat on and pulled your trousers down and thought about your mum? I don't understand.
Well, if we cast our minds back about 2.5 minutes, Neil was doing an interesting thing with Matthew where he was working out how he organises information, and you cut it off to read out an anecdote that praised your dinkle.
Yes,
That's
I
very
did, Trev.
psychologically revealing.
Because people like anecdotes that praise my
that was
dinkle.
interesting.
So can we go back to this?
Yeah, because it's not an academic show. We have to spice it up on air. Of course, we can have intelligent bits.
Underestimate the listeners.
Yeah, let's not help any guys
I'm not
get laid.
underestimating the listeners. I'm providing us with a diverse radio show with texture and colour.
Neil, do it on Russell and then he'll be more interested.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, stop it on me.
Back to Russell's
Do some on
comedy
me.
routine.
Do some on me.
This is your first
Ask him where
mistake.
he'd most like to go on holiday.
Yeah, we already did that.
I'm
so
going to
never
go on
mind.
the holiday.
But here's the coolest thing. Afterward, you do the whole eye thing, and you can tell when someone's lying because their eye will go up to the opposite direction.
That's a lie direction.
Which will help with that guy with the cheating girlfriend.
Right, when he asks her about it, him from whose girlfriend's been betraying him at the Reading Festival.
And she says she was out playing cricket, for example.
Right.
And her eyes go up
English reference.
I switched it from bowling to cricket.
Well done. Thank you for doing that for us. It doesn't make up for swearing in our beautiful country.
Good. So, and if their eyes go up in the opposite direction, you can tell when they're lying.